Hi, this is Matthew to talk about something interesting that's coming out in September of this year. You might have heard something about it now. It's called Glide by a company called Glidance, and that is spelled Glidance. And that's the website at glidance.info, glidance.info. So we can get more info about it. I will try to talk about it a little bit, but you might email them if you have questions and read about and watch the videos there too. Like I did, you can also get on their email list about stuff, and you'll get it right there. It is a new way to do, get around places. It's like a cane or something like that, or even a guide dog. It's that replacement, just another thing to use, another tool you could get. They are very pricey though, but I have put in a pre-order for one, and it has all gone through. So I will get one in September regardless. It is a thing, people say it kind of looks like a vacuum cleaner. It's got a handle on it that you can move around and hold it different ways. It's a thing that you push along. It does not push you. You are always moving it around, and it will guide you around obstacles. It will get you, to street crossings. You will cross the street with it. It tells you things. It has AI in it. There's various sensors. I know there's a camera that's looking up at things, and then there's another one that's looking, everywhere else, in front of you. But I don't know much about it. It will have voice and haptic feedback to tell you things. Like it will, for like turns and stuff. If there's multiple turns, you can pick which turn you want to go and that kind of thing. And it's supposed to use other apps like Be My Eyes and Apple Maps, Google Maps, places to get where you can get navigational info that you can send to it. And another will be an app for like updates and whatnot. I think it will use your like Bluetooth connection or something. It's always it's connected to your phone. It sounds like. There's all the GPS addressy stuff is subscription based, but you can also work it without a subscription. But I think to really use it, it would need one, but you wouldn't have to have one. I don't really want to quote prices because it may change when it comes out, but definitely go to the website if you want to know more, and I definitely email them. They'll be happy to help you. They do have like early glider calls on Zoom they're every month that I go to. I missed the December's by mistake, but I've done all the other ones that I've known about. I think it's about February of last year or so. I think something like that. And those are informative. They talk a lot about what's happening. It's in beta, or it's in alpha right now. Some people are testing it. They've had some demo days, but they've been way too far away. They have virtual ones that are pretty in-depth, but you can find out about. But obviously, using the device, I would know more about it, but I'm looking forward to it. Regardless, it will be very interesting to see how it works, because I'm not a good cane traveler, and I can barely take care of myself half the time, let alone have a guide dog. So this might be a good thing for me to use, but obviously have a cane too. But I'm not a great cane traveler. I will admit that. I'm not. Never have been. I never quite get it all down. But yeah. I'm very much looking forward to this. People have said how great it is and how kind of freeing it was for them to use. Obviously, when they've demoed it places, it's finally all in one unit now. They've had to have separate units for different things, and someone's had to control it. But I think now with the alphas, they're actually really trying to get the thing together in one thing where it's going to work like it's supposed to work. I don't know what happened in the December meeting, so I never took it back and check. But they always kind of update you at the beginning about what's happening, in the past month or so. Other team come on and talk about things. They do describe the videos are described, and they also have ones up when they're talking about it. They'll have a guy kind of describing what it is in kind of a script form, but it gives us some info. But being new products, things are always changing. You can still give them feedback about the unit as well. They're taking that still. So definitely go to glidance.info, glidance.info to get more info. Even talk to them. You can ask them, say you want to be in those calls and stuff, and they'll get you. You can send you to register, and it'll send you that, and you can click on it, get it into your calendar and things, and know when they're happening. And they always send emails for people who have registered. You can get all the questions. You can get the recording of the call and go back and hear it. It's not the regular Zoom. It's a webinar. They were doing the regular Zoom, but I guess the texting was getting distracting for people. I could hear both fine. I always do it on my phone. They always give keyboard commands. Never used it on the computer. I just use my phone. And sometimes I'll walk around, and so I don't get all sleepy or something. I want to make sure I know what's happening. So sometimes I'll walk around while it's happening. It's always during my work hours, so it's fine. But if anyone knows how to access all the texty stuff in those webinars, once you've used it, once you've seen what they do, feel free to say it in the comments, because I don't quite understand how that works. I haven't figured that out. But I just, the main presentation is fine, but it was nice to hear the comments. I never did comment on it, but yeah, definitely get, again, glidance.info for more information, to email to talk to them there. I think it's just gliders at glidance.io, but so you can go in and check that for yourself, make sure that's the correct one. I don't want to give it wrong info, but that should be the email address also. I think they're on some social media. I don't know how much they are active there. The website is pretty. They did it at a fairly regular basis. Pre-orders are pretty close to not being able to happen now, at least for the time being. But you might still be able to get on that if you want to. I did an installment one, and it was six payments, and I paid it off. But I won't go into that, because all that may change when you look at it. So I don't want to give wrong info or old info, depending on when you see it. So the website's the best place to go to check all that out and make sure that it's, you can find out more about it, ask a lot of questions, see videos, that kind of thing. They were at both NFB and ACB conventions last year. I'm sure they'll be back at them again. I don't know. I imagine they will. They're going to have more demo days. The virtual ones I know are happening, but I don't know where some of the demo days are going to be, where you can actually go to the product if you have time and are able to go a bit of a distance. Potentially you could get to one, but nothing has been close. And I would probably have to take work time, and I'm not going to do that right now. If it were closer to me, maybe, but it's not in Kansas City or St. Louis or anything like that yet. So maybe some point I can actually see one. I'm hoping with beta at some point maybe I can get one. I think there would be you could use it for a time, then you would have to send it back, so someone else could use it. They're not going to make very many betas, but I'm hoping I can get one. Definitely when I get one for myself and I have gotten used to it, I will definitely put a review up and really show it working. That's my plan. At some point after September, whenever I get the thing. They seem like they're pretty on track to get it out then, so I think things seem to be going along the way they expect them to. Nothing's crept up that I know of that's delaying anything, so should be interesting. Just thought people would want to know. I'm trying to give what I know about it, which isn't much because I haven't seen one. You can hear about it. It's just hard to know until I get it in front of me to know what's happening with it. I know with stairs, for example, I think it has to be picked up and taken up them. You can't just... I'm going to try to take it upstairs just to see if it will let me. It probably won't, but we'll find out later. I probably will just have to carry the thing up them. And I think it's going to be able to fold up, like for travel and stuff, apparently. They're working on a lot of things like that. People working like snow and rain and hot weather, cold weather up to a certain point. Sand, rocks, gravel, dirt, regular pavement, stones, beaches, going to be able to do all those things apparently. But yeah, same with AI. It's going to be a big help once they get it trained, and you may not work right away as expected, but with feedback, be like, hey, I almost fell in a hole or something. It didn't quite see that, or I had to avoid a tree branch, or it didn't give me the turn right. But all that will come, I know. And they're working on it, obviously, themselves. I think there's some people in Boston that are doing the alphas or something. Not quite sure, but I'm not in on any of that. But definitely, as I said, go to glidance.info and get more info about it. And decide whether you want to get one or not get one, or wait, or provide out more information. But those guys are fairly good at responding. It may take them a bit sometimes, but they will respond to, at least they always have to me. It may be several days later, but someone has always responded back. So I would just give some info about that, and that one is coming to me for sure, and I will do something with it later. Once I get one in where I can use it. I will talk to you guys at a later time.